Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to podcast number 11. We are here with two of our math teachers, Mr. Moore, Mr. Bound. So, we all know you from inside of school. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing outside of school.
I was spending a lot of time being a taxi service for my children to go to their sports, and spending a lot of time walking the parking lot at Wide World of Sports in North Kingston, Rhode Island, or the streets of Coventry, Rhode Island for baseball.
Got it?
Yep.
Coaching kind of rules my life for fall and winter. In the spring, we like to hike, get outside and camp, play golf. But 2 kids on the way, so that's possibly changing.
Big
Probably
time.
changing.
You'll be walking the parking lot.
Okay, so why did you get into math, and then what is your favorite area, like in math? No pun intended.
I'll go first. So at UConn, when you major in special education, you have to concentrate in math, science, or English. Didn't feel like doing labs. Didn't feel like doing papers. And I always liked math in high school. So I ended up going that route. And I love teaching trig. Trig it's one of the most useful things. I use it all the time when I build stuff. So I can bring in real world examples.
What was the question?
Why did you get into math, and then what's your favorite area of math?
I've always been strong in math. I originally went to school for engineering, and then my undergraduate degree was in economics, but my senior year in high school, I worked at the Stonington Como in the after-school program, and I really enjoyed working with kids. And so I had some internships, didn't really love working in the corporate world, so I decided to go to education because of my experience at the Stonington Como. I really wanted to work with kids. And just because of my math background from my undergraduate degree, I thought math would be the best fit for me. And 20 years later, I'm still teaching math.
Nice.
And my favorite topic, I think I agree with Mr. Moore, is probably trig. There's a lot of cool applications of trig. It's enjoyable to teach.
Nice. So I'll lead off that. Going back to high school, what was your favorite class?
Gym class with Mr. Ciriello.
Nice.
I had Marone for PE. That was fun. I think Unified PE was my favorite. I kind of helped pilot the program while I was a junior and senior here. We both went here. And so it was kind of fun to start something new and give a different opportunity to some kids that didn't necessarily have it before.
Yeah. That was really nice.
Yeah. So this is for Mr. Bound. Can you just take us through a little bit of your amazing track career and journey through here?
That's a long road. It started with those of you that remember Mr. Parkinson, or Principal Parkinson now at Stonington Middle School. I was still in college, and he had just gotten a job at Plainfield High School, but part of his agreement when he accepted the job teaching there was they also needed a track coach. So he needed a staff, so he came home. We were roommates at the time and said, hey, you're going to start coaching track with me. I'm like, okay. So I coached for 6 years in Plainfield. We kind of started with a team that we didn't even have a track, we didn't have any equipment. So we kind of went from nothing to, taking kids to nationals, driving all over the country with kids. And then I ended up from Plainfield, I went to New London for a few years, had a great couple of years there, had some really fantastic athletes. That was a great time. And then I came to Stonington in 2012, kind of built back the program to what it was from when I was here. We were a successful program in the 90s when I was here. And just started with a small team, and it got bigger and better every single year. We got better every year, and we had some fantastic athletes come through that bought into what we were doing, and it was a lot of fun traveling from North Carolina to Maine, going to big meets, but the best part of it was just, everyone got better, and that's what makes the sport so much fun, is you can see the improvement in the athletes when they buy in and they work hard, and they're always getting better. So whether it was the best athlete or like a Josh Mooney or a Reese or a Nancy in Tosset, or even some of the the lesser known athletes that maybe started running like a 7:30 mile, and then they ran a 6-minute mile, and then they ran like a 5:30 mile, and they ran like a 5:15 mile, and they made those improvements. It's just as fun to watch those kids improve as it was for the well-known ones. So lots of great stuff. I could do a whole series of podcasts on that stuff.
Yeah. So to continue on that, Coach Moore, what is your favorite part about coaching?
I think for me, like being a JV coach, it's all about that development. So especially being a teacher in the building, it's a nice way of kind of creating a different relationship with students. They see you in a different light, you see them in a different light, and you can really kind of guide. It's not necessarily the wins and the losses, it's kind of at the JV level, how can I get to the next step? And you get to really see development in kids. And, you have kids who, I'm lucky to be part of 2 great programs where kids want to come back. And it's, every year we get kids coming back, and, I've had, kids play JV for 4 years of girls soccer, and they just want to be around the program. And that's kind of, you're building something special when kids want to be around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's great.
So, also for Mr. Moore.
Good. Do you want me to ask it?
Yeah,
All right.
you go.
So this is the haircut question. Now, a little backstory for those of you that don't know. This guy comes into practice, I'd say, every 2 weeks with a new haircut. So
Every four.
4?
He probably schedules that as a little piece of paper that he takes notes on. He's like, schedule haircut, fold laundry, put it with the dog.
So where are we going to? Who's cutting the hair?
So I got a creative hair design at the corner of Route 1 and South Anguilla there, and she has cut my hair since I was born.
It's Patty.
Patty.
Yep.
Patty has done my hair since I was born, and she can never retire because I don't know where else I'd go.
Same thing with my dad. Fun fact.
There you go.
So she's getting a lot of business from this guy. Let me tell you. We call him Aerodynamic Morosaurus. All right, so take us back to each of you, one of your favorite stories from when you played sports in high school.
I mean, I was not a great athlete in high school. I kind of hung around sports because I loved it in high school. I went to college, got a little bit more athletic, and UConn has really great intramural programs and stuff like that. In high school, it'd have to be a rec ball game. Probably the best basketball game I've ever played, and I had 5 unanswered threes, and then we ended up winning by 2. So we were down big late, and for some reason I just could not miss. And
Electric.
I'm pretty sure I only had 5 threes in my entire career, and they were all in a row right there, and that was it.
Well, just wait for senior night because old Patty Magoo's pulling from deep.
Oh, God.
I'm going to get probably pulled out of the game.
I was going to say,
You're
I'll
going
make that
to
so
get pulled
it's
out of the
easy.
It's all right. I'm ready for it.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
My sports days are long ago, so the memories are very dull and faded at this point. But one of the stories, and it's not an amazing story by any means. One of the stories I would share a lot when I was coaching is just about remaining focused and knowing the impact that you can have on your team. Because my junior year indoor track, whole team was having a great season. I was having a great season. I was running the fastest I ever was. I ran a PR to make the state finals in the 55 dash. And my team was in a very close battle to win the meet with Bloomfield High School, and got to the line for the 55 dash, and I false started. So I didn't even score, and as long as I crossed the finish line in finals and in track and field, as long as you cross the finish line in finals, you earn points for your team, and I was unable to do that, but that kind of stuck with me. And the lessons I learned from that, I kind of use a lot in coaching. It was like, hey, don't be like me. Always finish through the line and stay focused on the line so that you can be there to help your team. And the outcome of the meet was definitely partially on me. So, but it's one of the ones that it stuck with me for a while. It was a big motivator for me as a coach.
Yeah.
So we're going to shift now. We're going to move into some would you rather questions. So, would you rather teach a class and give no homework or no tests?
I'd say no homework. I think if you can build practice into class, I think tests a lot of times too, it's whether you can apply something. So like, I don't love tests where you have to just memorize something and spit it back. It's, can I actually use this now? Like, we've been working on a skill, can I translate the skill?
I would also give no homework.
No.
Gotta be tested.
Half the kids don't do it anyway.
Fair point.
All right, second one. Would you rather have a school with air conditioning but no heat, or heat but no AC?
Well, I think that's our building right now.
I was just gonna say.
My classroom pretty much has no heat and is always cold.
Yeah, I have to wear my coat in my classroom. And sometimes I want gloves for when I do
Yeah.
scope. But I would much rather be cold than be hot.
You can always bundle.
Yeah, you can always get warm.
I have worked in a school where there was no AC. It's awful.
I bet.
Yeah, it sounds.
I mean, that was like the middle school.
Yeah.
That was like still middle before
Or
it
like-
starting to.
Well, West Broad had no heat because the boiler.
I think we technically have heat.
To an extent.
To an extent.
What do we got?
Would you rather play a game in the rain or in the snow?
Play a game?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd rather play in the rain. Rain games were just always kind of fun. Like for soccer, everything's a little weirder. I didn't have a turf when I played in high school, so you get the mud aspect of it, and just trying to control the ball and all that. It makes it fun. But I think if we had the turf, a snow game would probably be kind of cool, just to shoveling the lines and all that stuff.
Yeah.
From a competitor standpoint, I would rather play in the rain because I don't care. I'm out there to compete, and I know competitors become weak because of the rain. And they don't want to be out there, especially high school kids. If you just picture that it's not raining, just play through it.
Yeah.
It's a sunny day.
Yeah, see, that's the one thing that I didn't get that I wanted was a snow game in football. It was so close. Needed it to be
What, like 2 degrees?
2
lower?
degrees less Thanksgiving, and we would have got a blizzard.
One of the years that
Been a lot of rain.
the Bears were in the playoffs, 2002, 2001, I think it was, they played a playoff game against Hill House here at Stonington, and it was like negative 20 degrees. Everything was frozen. There was heaters on the sideline. And Hill House had a running back that I think was a D1 running back. I don't know if he made the NFL or not, but he just absolutely was just like a snowplow running through Bears. It was a rough game for them. I
So-
was not on the team at that time.
No,
I had no
You would
regret.
have stopped him.
No, I wouldn't. Nothing would have stopped
that's
me.
it. All right, would you rather be a famous musician or a famous actor?
I'll go with the famous musician.
I could see that. You're a music guy. I think I'd be a famous actor. I think it'd be fun to have like different roles. Trying to
Yeah.
figure out what you're doing that week or that
Yeah.
month or whatever you're shooting.
Yeah, one of the stories I heard was, what's his name? Starts with an H, but the guy who played the Joker.
Heath Ledger.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he would literally stay in character, offset from when he showed up to when he left. That whole time, whether they were on or not, he would be in character. So
He's a
I think
method
that's
actor.
kind of. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
It's commitment.
It's insane commitment. Would you rather watch a sports game in person or on TV?
It depends where.
Yeah.
Like a place like Gamble Pavilion at UConn, I'd much rather be there. But like an NFL stadium, I'd actually rather sit on my couch and watch it.
Yeah, I've been to a few NFL games and it's kind of hard to see. Or like, I went to a Bruins game and sat way up in the Garden and it was tough to track the puck and stuff like that. But typically a basketball game, I want to be in the building. It's just a different environment. You kind of get that energy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a thing to be said for the atmosphere of being there, but
Comfort.
comfort.
Yeah.
Being able to see. If you have good seats, that's one thing.
If you've been to a 3-13, a final game of the year for the Jets, and they were 3 wins for the total of the year, and they were playing the Chiefs, and it was 35 degrees and raining, you wouldn't want to go back.
It's okay. I had my first NFL game. I had to watch the Texans lose to the Jets, like 7-30. So in the pouring rain, it was last year.
My first one was
Yeah.
with the year Brady tore his ACL. That was my first NFL game. I was at the game, and he tore it in the first quarter, and like it was the weirdest thing because the entire stadium like stopped watching the game and instead watched the stairs to the locker room, like hoping he was gonna just jog back out.
Yeah.
And it was basically like game 1, like, oh great, this season's done. Like
Yeah.
the whole stadium was just dead as soon as he went down with an injury.
It's crazy. We're losing lights. We're fun.
Shutting off our power. Speaking of basketball, or just sports in general, have you guys watched the podcast before
Yes.
and seen the game at the end? So you
Yes.
have 4 categories with $15 to build a NBA Hall of Famer.
Scoring, ball handling, passing, and defense. All right. So scoring, for $1, you get John McKinnon. For $2, you get Draymond Green. $3, you get Wemby. $4, you get Kobe. $5, you get Wilt Chamberlain.
This is scoring.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend my $4 and taking Kobe.
Can I trade? Do I have to do one of those 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do one of the
5.
5. Yeah.
Who are they again? As Wemby, Kobe, Wilt Chamberlain, who are the other 2?
Draymond Green and John.
Some guy we never heard of?
Yeah.
He's the worst scorer of all time.
I mean, he's still an NBA player, so how bad could he be? Brian Scalabrine, they're still NBA players.
It's true.
I'm just spending $1. Give that guy a shout out.
Okay.
All right. So he has a 13% or 13% from the field.
That's better than you.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay. For ball handling, for $1 you get Shaq. For $2 you get Al Horford. $3 you get Jamal Crawford. $4 is AI. And $5 is Kyrie.
I'm going $2. Big Al can handle the ball.
How much is Jason Williams?
Not on the list.
Well, but he's free. Okay, I'm gonna take Jason Williams. $0. I only spent $1 on the Oakland A's.
That money ball going over there.
All right. So for passing, $1 you get Henry Sims. $2 you get Chris Wright. $3 you get John Stockton. For $4 you get Nikola Jokic, and $5 you get Magic Johnson.
$3. I'll go Stockton.
I'm gonna spend
Best point guard
$6 here and go for Bob Cousy.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. We're gonna charge him $7.
Yeah. And for defense, for $1 you get James Harden. $2 you get LeBron. $3 you get Tim Duncan. $4 you get Hakeem, and $5 you get Michael Jordan.
I'll go the 4. Hakeem, anchored the back line, rim protection. He's tough, man.
I have done good budgeting here, so I have them $5 to spend on Michael Jordan.
You gonna take MJ?
Yes.
All right.
Can I upgrade? Can I supersize it to a Bill Russell
Yeah.
For an extra $1.
for an extra $1? I
For
think
an
I saw
extra
the extra
$3.
$1.
Extra $3. You can. Do you have it?
I believe I do.
All right. So let's see. We
I
got.
only spent $6.
Morwin for who'd you take? You went Kobe,
Kobe.
and then Al. So you're at 6. Then you took John at 3. So now we're at 9. And then you took
Hakeem.
Hakeem. So you finished with 13. There you go. And Bound.
I went John for $1.
Yep.
I got Jason Williams for nothing. Shout out to the Sacramento Kings, Jason Williams. Then I spent $6 on Bob Cousy.
Yep. And then you.
And then I bought Michael Jordan for $5, which put me at $11, but I supersized it to a Bill Russell.
So it's
For an
a
extra $1.
MJ Bill Russell combo.
Oh man.
That's
For-
lethal.
Yeah,
That's
that's.
lethal.
It is lethal.
That's really good.
Bound went way off script and he found a way to win it. Well,
You
thank
gotta
you
think
guys.
outside the box.
You gotta think outside the box.
Yes, you do.
Or outside the grid.
Outside the grid.
Outside the grid.
Well, thank you guys for coming on. This was great, and have a great day. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.